Hello everybody, I hope that you are doing very well and welcome to today's cryptocurrency technical analysis, where as always today we are going to be jumping into the Bitcoin chart together and I'm going to be going over the next really important levels and pattern to be aware of right now and the potential fake out of the great pattern, and that's what we're going to be going through today. I'm going to keep this one short, sweet and professional for you, giving the information that you absolutely need right now. So without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, let's get into what we love, and of course that is here trading Bitcoin. So I'm going to always say it, with no technical analysis, we have no idea what's happening on the chart, and we'll be looking at this as an absolute total gamble, okay? So what we're going to do is we're going to add back on our technical analysis. This is what I have prepared for you earlier, and we can start to see exactly what's happening now on the Bitcoin chart, right? So that monthly NPOC that we had down here, clearly acting as support. It's like I was saying in my Champions live stream last night. We come down, next candle, straight back above. Wick, wick, wick. One candle down, the next candle straight back above. So we're at the moment not getting any consecutive closes below 19,700. It's clearly our support for the time being. And what this has done is every time we've come down to this level, we've got a bounce. We've got a bounce. We've got a bounce. We've got a bounce. What's happening with these bounces? They are at the moment lower highs, lower highs, lower highs, and lower highs. So this is giving us this type of either symmetrical / descending triangle. Okay, because these are officially higher lows coming in here. These last three here, we're looking at higher lows. These last four, we're looking at lower highs. So we could refer to this as a symmetrical / descending triangle. One would expect generally for this to break to the downside for continuation, right? I think that's what the general perspective would be, continuation to the downside. I'm not this type of trader that's just going to see a pattern and say, hey, this has to continue to the downside, right? Because it's got a, it's got a 60% chance of breaking down. Well, that for me is 60%. What about the other 40%? So let's be aware of the scenario of what I'm going to be referring to as the great fake out. What is a great fake out, ladies and gentlemen? It's when everybody in the world is watching the exact same pattern. I think everybody's aware of, oh my God, it's a triangle, right? Oh my God. For me, it's like, okay, yeah, there's a triangle, brilliant, but where can I counter trade this triangle, right? So I'm never going to be looking to trade with this. Yeah, I can understand it has a 60% chance of playing out, but I don't care about this. I'm looking for to trade against the trade against the triangle, right? So if it breaks to the downside, I'd be looking for my long positions. If it starts to break to the upside here, I'm going to be slightly cautious because yesterday I had one short lined up, and that was what I was telling to my team yesterday, looking for another move to the upside locally on Bitcoin. Alerts and levels mentioned in tonight's Champions live stream. Obviously, it goes without saying, but I'm not looking to long here. Just because I am looking for higher, it doesn't mean I would long. And, going into the daily close, we actually had that alert go off, okay? So we had the move up to run the 20 high liquidity on the daily close. So that's what I mean by you have to be ready and waiting for these levels. You can see there, I was just basically had the alert set at just over $20,000 to run that psychological liquidity level. And in the end, that happened, as you can see here, right going into daily close. You actually come up, you take that high, you form some bearish divergences on the retest here. You can see this is clearly a lower high that you start to have over 10 million new longs coming in here. Okay, you can see the open interest increase. Really big bearish divergences that form, and you got another drop to the downside. Where did you drop back down to? Back down to test that NPOC. So locally for scalp traders, you obviously had that short setup. But of course, you can be hitting that take profit one. Just want to emphasize that is for a day trader, scalp traders, lower term time frame traders. That is an acceptable short trade if you were prepared, like we were for that. You see the rejection, you see, very big bearish divergences. You can accept that there's a scalp trade to be had there. I really think it's down to this NPOC because this is clearly the support that we're playing off of right now. Okay, take profit one, stop loss to entry, see how this, plays out over the coming few hours. What I'd be looking for next then is either a subsequent another rise to the upside. Okay, you can see my next alert where this is set. And we have then two levels above us, or obviously a move to the downside. So basically, as you can see, I'm prepared and ready for this. I recognize the pattern. I know that I do not want to trade with this pattern. I know I want to try and counter trade the pattern. I know I'm going to be looking, e.g. just fade it. Okay, if everybody's looking for the breakout, I'm looking for the short. If everybody's looking for the breakdown, I'm looking for the long, right? Doesn't mean I'm just going to ape into a position blindly. No, I will have my alerts go off, or I will see one of the important levels that I've had marked out now for weeks tapped. I'll come over, check the order flow. What's the open interest doing? What's the delta doing? What's the CVD doing in here? You know, is this a high volume breakout? Is this a low volume breakout? This is how I'm determining, is this a fake out or is this a real break? The only way you can determine that is live in the time reading the order flow. I'm telling you, there's no other way to be able to know at the moment whether it will be a fake out or a legit breakout. The only way we can know this is by coming over here and looking at the order flow. This is truly the only way we're going to be able to recognize the difference between a fake out and a breakout. So right now I'm definitely aware of the large, high probabilities of a fake out. Thus, I am ready to short a break up and long a breakdown. That means ready, yeah, with alerts. When the alert goes off, I will make an informed decision of yes or no in that time, where I will come over, check the order flow and make an informed decision of yes, this is now the short I was ready and waiting for, I'm taking it, or no, this is a good breakout, I'm not taking that short, and I'll wait for the next level that I have marked out to the upside, where I'll once again judge the reaction and make another informed decision based off of that level when the order flow once the level is tapped. Okay, so I think I'm approaching this in a very, literally, this is the way a professional trader approaches the market when they're coming in here every single day. We're just coming in, we're looking to make our money, and we're looking to leave. We have no underlying biases in that regards. We have no play on the fundamentals. No, we're coming in here, we're trading our technicals, we're making our money, and we're leaving for the day to come back tomorrow and repeat the exact same process of making money on this market. Okay, whether it's a range bound market, whether we're just scalp trading a few $100s. Yeah, it doesn't matter if it's a few $100s or a few $1,000s. There's money to be made in this market when we're going totally sideways, when the majority of market are bored. This is where your professionals can come in and extract money like a piece of cake. So that's what we're after. I hope that you're after that too. I've given you what I'm waiting for. I've given you the pattern that I'm looking to fade or fake out. Again, if you want to learn more from myself